My brothers and sisters in Christ, I am standing on the balcony of our condo in Walnut Creek, California, with Mount Diablo right behind me. This has been the view of our family for the last over a decade. But I wanted to share with you a disturbing dream that I had about this mountain on Saturday, April 11th, 2020. I believe that this dream was a warning for us to leave the cities. And if I am finally posting this video, that means that we have finally sold this condo and we are out of the downtown city. I also delayed in posting this video because I wanted to be able to not only tell you, but show you that if our family could do it, and I know how hard it is, but if we could do it, I know that many of you can do it too. And I also know that many of you surely have received warning to leave the downtown area. And I pray that this is another warning. This dream is another warning for you to please consider my brethren leaving the cities. This is my dream. In my dream, we were preparing to go to bed. It was dark. My family was crawling into bed while I was closing the shades, when suddenly I looked out of the window and I saw a new light that appeared on the peak of Mount Diablo. It was bright purple. And I said, "Oh my goodness, what is that?" And immediately in the spirit, I felt, "Flee to the mountains." That was my answer. So my husband and my daughter, we were all just staring out the window at this light that wasn't going away. And we all decided that it was a very concerning light. So I decided to walk about the building and ask other neighbors if they knew what was going on. And as I walked around, nobody seemed to know anything. Matter of fact, they didn't even know that there was a light there, which is actually consistent with reality, because in reality, this condo complex has almost 200 units, and our unit is about 1 in 4 that can actually see the peak of Mount Diablo. So at any rate, in my dream, since nobody knew what was going on, I decided to go out in the streets to see what was happening. And as I walked about the city streets, I saw people were packing their cars and moving. They seemed to be in a rush, but they weren't terribly panicked. And I thought that was very unusual, so I decided to walk to the grocery stores. I was able to make it to 2 grocery stores, and I just sat there in the parking lot staring at everybody packing their cars to the brim with food and camping gear. And I walked up to one couple and I said, "What is going on? Where are you going?" And they said, "Oh, we are fleeing to the mountains." And I thought to myself, oh my, should we be fleeing to the mountains? And then that was it. I just evaporated out of my dream. And suddenly it was morning. I woke up and it was morning. And that dream was so vivid that I actually rolled over and I told my husband and my daughter. And we all got a good laugh. Ha ha ha, Mama has funny dreams. And we went around our daily business. The next night, Sunday night, we were crawling into bed just as usual. And Mama was closing the shades. And I kid you not, there was a new light on the peak of Mount Diablo. And I said, "Look at this, y'all. A new light is on Mount Diablo." And my daughter, of course, starts jumping on the bed. Mama, should we be getting out of here?" And I said, "No, everything is going to be fine." But actually, I was looking at my husband sideways like, what is going on? So he gets up out of bed and looks online and finds information about this new light on Mount Diablo. And I will read the information to you. Mount Diablo State Park's beacon will be lit after sunset in response to the COVID pandemic on Sunday, April 12th. Thereafter, until the pandemic crisis is over, the beacon will be lit every Sunday after sunset and shine brightly until sunrise the next day. The executive director of Save Mount Diablo stated, "Lighting the beacon every Sunday is a way to honor our heroes in the global pandemic struggle, to pay our respect to the dead and those suffering, to lift our eyes to higher ground and the light, and be reminded of the healing power of nature." The healing power is only through Jesus, but anyways, "and our Mount Diablo, and to bring our communities together during this difficult time." Okay, my brethren who are in the spirit, how many of us know that this pandemic is never going to be over? Matter of fact, this is the beginning or quite possibly the middle of the end, and I am talking about the end times. And I have no doubt in my mind that this dream was a sign for us to leave the cities. We need to get out, get more land, be able to garden and cultivate our own land so that we do not depend on the cities. Or at least just get maybe a bigger property or more storage area so that we can prepare to be a refuge for those who will be in need. And for those of you who cannot leave the cities, you need to find like-minded individuals who can help you and team up with you. And you need to be prepared mentally, physically, spiritually for what is about to happen. And what is about to happen is biblical because we are in the book of Revelation now. My brethren, may those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. This dream was a warning, I believe, not only for my family, but for anybody who is willing to watch this video, because this entire channel was God inspired. I am asking that we all keep each other in prayer for those who can get out and for those that must stay. And please, do not fall into the trap of just expecting a rapture. The rapture will come, but I'm thoroughly convinced that nobody knows when. I have seen hours, maybe hundreds of hours of pastors preaching on the end times events in the book of Revelation. And I have thoroughly come to the conclusion that nobody knows anything. Matter of fact, all the pastors argue with each other and they all have different timelines. I personally think that we are going to be challenged with a little bit of the tribulation, which includes challenged with the mark of the beast before the rapture happens. And that's just what makes clear sense to me if you read Matthew 24 from beginning to end without cherry picking. So my brothers and sisters, please heed this warning. There is no doubt in my mind that I had a dream about a new light on Mount Diablo on Saturday. And that new light meant flee to the mountains. And then the next day on Sunday, there was a literal new light on Mount Diablo. May we continue to keep each other in prayer so that we all can find comfort knowing that may God's will be done. But there is one thing that I know for sure. Eventually, the rapture will come, and I will see you all in the clouds. Be blessed.